sorting it out, so everything I care about is held in here. All of those I love inside. The future shines a sunny day. Unpacked memories stored away. All the while the clock keeps ticking. You and I still playing for time. One by one the voices silence, for they know the time will tell. It's time that wears the crown, time that rings the bell. All cards on the table, all hands are down. Everybody's playing for time. Everyone's still playing for time. Looking for a flicker in the face of the clock, hidden in the mountain, in the body of the rock. No one seems to notice or to feel the aftershock. They're all too busy playing for time. Everybody's playing for time. You and I. I'm just a part of everything. I stand on two legs and I learn to sing. It's not what was said and it's not what I heard. I walk with my dog and I whistle with the bird. Stuff coming out, stuff going in. I'm just a part of everything. Stuff coming out, stuff going in. I'm just a part of everything. So we think we really live apart, 'cause we got two legs, a brain and a heart. We all belong to everything, to the octopus suckers and the buzzard's wing, to the elephant's trunk and the buzzing bee's sting. Stuff coming out, stuff going in. I'm just a part of everything. I'm just a part of everything. I learn like a baby, I learn like a seed. Spread out my tubers wherever I need. I find any way to attach and connect, and I run like water, no cause or effect. I got stuff coming out, stuff going in. I'm just a part of everything. Stuff coming out, stuff going in. I'm just a part of everything. is over and the warmth has run out, love will be flowing, I have no doubt. With a vehicle in neutral and the ground to be faced, I'll be all laid to rest in my proper place. Into the roots of an old oak tree, where life can move freely in and out of me. With stuff coming out and stuff going in, I'm just a part of everything. It all seems so simple, remarkably clear, like the darkest superhero. You were burst into our fear. They must have seen you looking, watched everything you said, knowing you could be a part of it. They fill your head, fill your head. Come all the nights, oh, come all the days. So inaccessible in this land, this land beyond the brilliant haze. Here is all your money, there is the load. This is how you travel if you live to see the world explode. I used to say you're something different, but you do it all again. I think you're something different, but you do it all again, again and again, again and again. Your mind is made up, so certain what is right. But when they audit everything, will they see you were born so bright? Oh, mother illusion, with your jacket of flames, your face, it is everywhere. Such a dark, dark shade of fame. Come all the nights, oh, come all the days. So inaccessible in this land beyond the brilliant again.
It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. Seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
much unfinished business, all sticky with desire, raking through the empty shells of all the rockets we fired. Set the navigation for the earth all warm and wet, and as the longing drops away, the compass is reset. There's so much to aim for. You can shoot at the sun, but all of it just comes and goes. There's only so much can be done. Time slips in the mirror. As an old man, I was born, but I've grown to be a baby with a halo and a home. Burn up like a lightning bolt, all gone within a flash. You look around to find a home where the asteroid will crash. There's so much to live for, so much left to give. This edition is limited. There's only so much can be done. The body stiffens, tires and aches in its wrinkled, blotchy skin. With each decade, more camouflage for the wild-eyed child within. Now close your eyes for a moment. Look down and look above. All the warmth inside of you comes from those you love. There's so much to live for, so much left to give. This edition is limited. There's only so much can be done. So much to aim for. Shooting up at the sun. That it all comes and goes. There's only so much can be done. So much can be done. Only so much can be done.
Greetings.
whatever mess you find yourself within. Regardless how you got there, when the edifice has slipped away and died, left you standing there defenseless. There's something moving out of you, your body and your skin. Like mist comes from the water. You can sense it when the cold has clenched its claws. And alone you face what's coming.
is gone!
How do you do?
Greetings. Greetings. Charmed, I'm sure.
Greetings.
Greetings. No! It is gone! I must try another tactic.
How do you do?
Damn. Lost the spell.
New weapon.
Greetings.
Well, that didn't work. Well, this is odd.
Greetings. I cannot cast it. This weapon does nothing. Charmed, I'm sure. It didn't work. This weapon does nothing. Coming through. Farewell.
Greetings.
My spell. My weapon does nothing. You're in my way. Charmed, I'm sure.
The sun.
resurrect. Yeah, hey, I just wanna be the best, but I had to reassess. Is that why I'm feeling less? Yeah, my songs about pulling like yay. They think they controlling my fate. Cut to the chatter, no y'all not rappers, you just some ad-libs like hey. I just put up, back in black, drop a hit, they react to that. Now they see this and they acting mad, like I'm Kanye in a MAGA hat. I'm so alone, see I've always been one and only. Even back when this gold chain was made out of macaroni. Now they always asking me what happened to the old me. I wish I could have told him goodbye, wish he had known me. Wish that I could tell you about how everyone would know you, and tell you that it's worth it despite everything they told you. Crying silent in your pillow saying I wish I was homeschooled, too afraid to sing your songs because you thought that they would roast you. I was 9, friends told me I would go lose. Now it's time, I think I gotta show you. That's my mind, say I don't care, but I so do. Having trouble walking up a mile in my own shoes. Never used to bet on me and now they like I owe you. Looking back at them like the fuck I do not know you. When I make a milli, motherfucker, I'ma show you what I had to go through. It feel like I'm supposed to. Ego, I don't need no other people in my trio. Myself, I am neither. We know we don't need no kilos. My watch, Frio, yeah. I'm on my ego death, but I let it breathe again. Yeah, I let it resurrect. Yeah, I just wanna be the best, but I had to reassess. Is that why I'm feeling less? Yeah, on the way, all okay, only A, call away, feeling like a god. I'm a Charlemagne. I really think they want my presence like a holiday. I think I need to learn when I walk away. But I got so many problems, but I wanna stay. Without the knowledge and often I've gone astray. First step is denial, but
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of 2 known remaining dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the second child of King Endren of House Aeducan, the 9th Aeducan ruler elected by the Noble Assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue, and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lord. You are dressed and ready. Excellent. I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
when I was 8, yeah, I wanted a wraith, yeah, but I had to hide in my imagination.
Of course, if every other noble has a shield and 3 swords, you'll feel awfully underdressed.
I knew I'd never take it. I had a dream, yeah, that I got in my strings, yeah, and now this shit's mine. I guess I really changed.
One can't take all this marching about and speech-making too seriously. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances. Out and about. I saw them on my way here, browsing the shops. As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Perhaps we should go show them what single combat is really all about. And by we, I mean you. I'll practice my cheering. Right behind you, my lord. The day is ours until the feast.
so high, feel like congratulations. Nowhere left to run. Looking in your eyes like the sun. Wondering if you won't be the one. Trying to turn life to a dream I can't remember. Trying to turn life to a dream I can't remember. But I hope they don't forget me. I just took it down. I just took it down. But his heart still beats despite how broken it gets. Yeah. Tell you how I feel all along. All the monsters in my dream, they were real all along. They were real. Despite everything you told me, they were real. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Desire.
No sign of trouble.
Delighted.
Hey, Balin. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me.
Take your best guess. Bitch, I wake up fresh, I do not get dressed. My bitch is evangelical Christian, she like, heck yes.
She's, it seems she's one of your brother Balin's newest, companions. Prince Balin is attending the feast being held in Lord Iduken's honor.
Yes, of course. It was presumptuous of me to think that he would return. I am sorry. I will show myself out with your leave, my lord. Thank you. I will go now.
But you knew that. Feel like Set West, like how the boy do that. 20 racks to the strip club, I just do that, huh? What? Hit for 20 in Japan. Shorty, she know I'm the man. Running up guap and I cut the advance. Yeah. The advance is fucking they cash you can. And your grandma just brought my tape for her grandkids. Always thinking, what would Jesus do? And I just fucked that bitch on my sandals. Your favorite rapper got canceled. I just spent $3,000 to clear up a sample. Just an example, 100 mil on my channel. They all like that is substantial. Too much to handle, huh? When I talk shit, it's a scandal, huh? I do not rap, I just ramble.
I am at your service.
Like some Campbells, they all say that I'm a handful.
All right.
I am proud to serve the idea.
I'll play myself in the industry. In my own shoes, I ain't getting no suit. On the regular, yeah. Trying to get ahead of you, yeah. I don't wanna let you know. I don't wanna let you go. I just wanna be for you. I do everything I think you need
sure you want to go to the feast now? I doubt we can escape to see the provings once we're inside. A great many nobles will want your ear today. If we're going to have some fun, we should go to the provings now. I can't wait to see who's fighting today.
Delighted.
Your father has allowed the merchants to show their wares. In the Diamond Quarter during these celebrations.
Sure, we can work this out reasonably. In the records, there's nothing I can do. Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lord Iduken, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Iduken, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house. It doesn't matter, it's all lies.
My work tells the stories of all those raised paragons in the last 500 years. When the Assembly names a paragon, that man or woman is then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world. They form their own noble houses and are revered as living ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Volney was more than that.
Iduken was much loved, but he was still a man. He was plagued by melancholy, and his fervor regarding Orzamar's safety bordered on obsession. When Iduken was proposed as a paragon, only one lord in the assembly objected. The others savagely hacked him to death. Iduken's motion passed without a single dissenting vote.
Unlike Volney, is that what you mean, old man?
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shapers and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
You're taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your paragon Iduken? And Volney was not? Must you disparage a paragon? You've made a huge mistake.
That fool has no idea how weak his house is or how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lord?
Well, historically, it has been prudent to eliminate a small threat before it becomes larger.
How do you want it done? Understood.
You've shown yourself more daring and aggressive today than most believed of you. Someday I hope to write of the great exploits you are sure to perform.
Word has been sent. You won't live past the hour.
You've shown House Aydukin a friend to research, history, and the glory of our people.
I still talk to the man on my shoulder, no matter whose hands on my shoulder. I'm the man in the corner. I know the answer, but I can't seem to fill in the bubble.
Of course. A copy of A History of Aydukin, Paragon King, and Peacemaker, perhaps?
But that's misleading, cause a line is infinite and not about to die at any minute. I think I love her, but
Such a sense of humor.
I won't admit it.
I'll just be about my work
I
then.
won't solve them, I won't go the distance. I'll just regress into a mess, and so I'll
My
hope you
thanks.
listen.
House Aydukin.
My lowest, hope you know the difference.
That's outrageous. You certainly have some gall, Merchant.
The Darkspawn will surely run in fear from you, my lord.
Nothing beats a good set of steel cutlery.
Fantastic.
My Lord Aydukin, you honor me by visiting my humble booth. May I show you my wares? Not for a mighty warrior such as yourself, my lord, but perhaps a lady friend. I forget myself. I'll be silent.
This looks to be mostly fabrics from the human lands. These merchants form alliances with those who have abandoned our ways to live on the surface.
Yeah, think they're gonna use me, but they got it to choose me, yeah. That's how I feel sometimes.
According to the scholars, more than 500. Does it matter? The surfacers are lost to us. Perhaps we should get going.
Ancestors have risen her up to join them. Looks like the noble hunters are
Did
out
you
in
see
force,
those
my lord.
noble hunters? Sheep.
The finest in home decorations!
Akrost Fala, big brother. How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my siblings second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
Feeling at 13, just trying to get one for the ages. I'm up on a scaffold, just trying to get up on the stages. I feel like an asshole for trying to say fuck all the cages. But I was too late.
You're on your own. I've been dealing with them all afternoon.
What exactly is that supposed to mean, little brother?
Nothing, Trian. I've been having a great time. The speech you gave to the legless boy about hard work and making something of himself was fantastic.
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you get to the feast. I'd advise you to watch that tongue, dear sibling. Father will not live forever. Come, Balin.
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
I get too much shit I wanna get across. They don't wanna see me get my message off. They don't want that, but they want this. I'm not the waiter at a restaurant. Lot on my plate. If that's the case, I better hit him with an extra.
Perhaps this isn't the best place for that sort of talk, shall we?
Put that red dot on my head. Yeah, just take a shot and I'm dead. Yeah, I can be tied to the ledge. I might just follow the edge. Ooh, every day you wanna play, I wanna make. You wanna
Look at this.
My Lord Aydukin, nothing here rivals your amazing Aydukin armor. There's something made.
You know very well House Aydukin has its own royal armorers.
Of course. Forgive me. Your Highness's legendary prowess is matched only by your kindness. I buy only the finest iron ore, and personally oversee the armor's crafting by the most skillful of the smith caste. Yes, my lord.
Nonsense, woman. Your words bring shame upon our house.
What about that one? What have we here? Two handsome, strapping, noble lords. You both look so grand.
And isn't this the man of the hour, the king's son?
Who's your friend, my lord? Another noble from the honored House Aydukin?
Oh,
then
Not a noble? No, Telly, not a noble. Stone you're thick sometimes.
They're noble hunters, my lord. A man takes his caste from his father, and these women hope to bear a noble lord's son. If one is successful, she's raised up to concubine in the noble house to care for her child. It provides new sword arms for the house, and many nobles look favorably on such women.
You're the most appealing, obviously. A noble from the best house there is. Handsome, too.
Are you interested in a bit of diversion?
Shall I come to your chambers after the ceremony, then?
I talked to him first. I want him.
He's looking for a woman, Telly, not a little girl. I'm Marty, and I know how to give my lord a night he'll remember.
Oh, my lord has his energy about him.
There will be no 3 to a bed, if that's what you're thinking. We both require full experiences all to ourselves. If you think you can manage us both, though. This should prove most interesting. We will wait for you together, my lord, and show you the proper way to celebrate a princely commission.
Desire.
Invest in the next great trade expedition.
Greetings, my lord Aydukin. I am so honored to have you visit my booth. I have a proposition, but I dared not approach.
Yet you dare now. Very well then, speak.
Yes, just so. Here's the thing. What I mean to say is... Sorry. So nervous. I had a dagger made for you as a gift for your first command. Sent a messenger to deliver the dagger to you. Prince Trian had him thrown out. I don't know what offense he caused, but I had him beaten severely. Here it is, Your Highness.
That's an amazing piece, merchant.
You do me much honor, sir. The blade has been crafted over a period of 2 years by masters of every art. I wish to bless the Lord's first command, and hope that someday, when he rules, he will wear it.
Trian is heir. He will rule when King Endrin returns to the stone.
If the Assembly wills it. Forgive me, sir, but whispers say the second child of Endrin will be chosen.
Whispers indeed. It's a princely gift. If Trian recognizes it, though, it may send the wrong message. Or the right one, depending on the view.
Thank you. You bring uncountable honor to me.
What he means is that you'll bring uncountable gold to him if you wear that piece in public.
Only the freshest food for your noble table.
Lord Aydukin, here in my booth.
I am so...
He's fainted. You make quite the impression these days. Is it hard to be the king's child, never able to just blend in? They do that well enough. Shall we move along?
My lord, are you heading to the proving arena?
You are not to address the Lord Idukan unless spoken to first.
Forgive me, Sir Gorham. I meant no offense.
Back to your duties.
But sir, this is my duty. I am to escort our new commander to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The king decided you are not to travel through the commons unguarded. I did mention the merchants that won permits to show their goods in the Diamond Quarter. There were only so many permits auctioned off, and quite a few were turned away. Your father fears you will be harassed on the way to the proving. I do not question the king.
Will we be leaving then? We are at your command.
Not much that you don't already know. My father's father was a great hero of the Deep Roads excursions and raised the family to the top of the warrior caste. He was even nominated to join the assembly and found a noble house. But the honor was in the nomination. He wasn't afforded a single vote. My father served your father for many years, and now I serve you. Yes, I yearn to face the Darkspawn and prove my worth as your second. May the stones support us, and the ancestors look down with pride. As you will.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor? Your presence encourages the fighters to greater feats. Your Highness, this proving is in your honor.
Then honor him by doing as he says. My Lord Idukan will fight in this proving.
Of course, it is well within your rights. Men and women of Orzammar, we have a late entry to these provings, held on the eve of battle for the honor of House Idukan. I give you the Lord Idukan himself. Are you ready for your first match? Then let us begin! This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Idukan. Lord Idukan will fight Aler Bimo, youngest son of Lord Bimo.
You honor me with
this match.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor? Your Highness, this proving is in your honor.
Then honor him by doing as he says. My Lord Iduken will fight in this proving.
Of course, it is well within your rights. Men and women of Orzammar, we have a late entry to these provings, held on the eve of battle for the honor of House Iduken. I give you the Lord Iduken himself. Are you ready for your first match? Then let us begin! This is a glory proving. Lord Iduken will fight Alair Bimo, youngest son of Lord Bimo.
You honor me with this match.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is Lord Iduken. That was quite a fight. Alair Bimo is no slouch with that hammer. Are you ready for your next opponent? Adal Helmi, the woman, Your Highness. She's a tenacious fighter. It was not my idea. Lady Helmi was most insistent. I did not expect her to actually win her first match. Will you fight her? Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. Lord Iduken will fight Adal Helmi, eldest daughter of Lady Helmi.
Honor and glory to your house, Your Highness.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is Lord Iduken. That was a crowd pleaser. Many were waiting to see that woman put in her place. Sir Blackstone is your next opponent. Are you ready to face him? One of the best of the warrior caste. He achieved glory in close combat assaults in the Deep Roads. Then let us begin. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Aeducan. Lord Aeducan will fight Sir Blackstone, deep-throat squad leader of the warrior caste.
This is your education, child. Try to learn as you bleed.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is Lord Aeducan. Well done. You have proven that even the best of the warrior caste cannot match a noble Aeducan. Franlin Ivo is your final opponent. He too has had many victories today. Are you ready to face him, or will you rest first? He is a decorated fighter who prefers unusual weapons and rarely fights with the same techniques twice.
House Ivo is relatively inconsequential, but Franlin may change that. He's expected to take a full command of his own soon.
Very good. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Aeducan. It is down to just 2 warriors, with backbones of stone and wills of iron. They have defeated all others this day. Lord Aeducan will fight Franlin Ivo, second son of Lord Ivo.
You fight well. I wish you glory today and glory tomorrow.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. The victor is champion. Fight! Congratulations! Randanivo is as fierce a competitor as I've ever seen. You vanquished every warrior of note in today's proving. The ceremonial helm, commissioned by your father for today's winner, is yours. As you say.
Good showing there, my lord. Your opponents will be licking.
Congratulations on being named commander, my lord.
My lord?
You heard the man.
Your wish is our command.
Beautiful mountains in the world may only be 3,000 or 4,000 feet. I mean, all that altitude does is it makes it harder to climb.
Look, the Grey Wardens are here. The raid
I am
tomorrow
proud to
must be
serve
more
the
than a standard mission. The Wardens only go where the Darkspawn are the greatest threats.
I am at your service, my lord. It is good to see you, my lord.
Your Highness, what a surprise. I apologize if you're in your way.
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lord. I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent.
It looks as if the heads of House Bimo and Mino are keeping your father busy, which leaves you plenty of time for our dear old friend, Lord Dace.
You're a credit to your caste, Sir Gorum. I've always said so. If I had a daughter, I'd give her to you and make you the noble you deserve to be.
You honor me, my lord.
First, let me congratulate you on your commission. 2 of King Endrin's children now commissioned war leaders. It does great honor to your house. No, I surely did not. Let us just pretend we spent another 10 minutes wishing good things on each other's houses, yeah? There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause. Well, you do cut to the point, don't you? You'll be quite a shock if you ever join the Assembly. You're so fond of our doublespeak. I have no desire to obligate you or force your hand. I propose a mutually beneficial arrangement. The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause. Those on the surface are our lifeline. They facilitate trade with the surface. They're honorable and, let's be honest. I don't care a whit for those who have wandered from the stone. My wife, however, is a gem of a different color. She has a cousin, a useless sort, but she's quite fond of him. He joined a speculative venture to the surface, hoping to make his fortune. He went bust. Now he wishes to come home, but he cannot, for he has no house and will be castless. For my wife's sake, I take up his cause. Will you lend me your voice? I keep my ears to the stone, my lord. I hear many things, some of which could be a great help during your mission tomorrow. A little forewarning to help your forearming, if you know what I mean. When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. You have merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. It could be more simple.
You know, your name has been mentioned in the assembly.
May the Paragons watch over your command.
I am at your service.
Your mother would melt the stone if she knew what you just did. Do not mock me, boy. Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you. If you are to play in the games of the Assembly, make sure you know the motivations of the players. Last spring, a guild from the Merchant caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the Merchant Guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster. Lord Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmi, Bimo, Dukin.
She's saying that if the air-touched dwarves have their connections to their houses restored, you'll end up footing the bill for Lord Dace's disaster.
Oh, if I were 20 years younger, I'd bed you just to get some of that quick wit in my house. Your house and mine would be forced to pay the Surfacer's kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace. Just so, my clever friend. Smile and nod, and when he asks his question, tell him that the so-called Surface Cast are right where they belong. That should take Lord Dace down a peg or two. You give up the initiative, but do as you must.
Sometimes I reminisce, then I cringe so much that I audibly go, and then the people around me look at me like I'm insane. I'm sorry you would do the same shit if you were inside my brain. Said some stupid shit, maybe it's time to change.
Greetings, my lord Iduken. It is an honor to meet you at last. Not as such, but your father never misses a chance to boast of your skill and bravery. He says you may be the quickest fighter in all of House Iduken. Yes, he mentioned your humble nature as well. We need more Grey Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the Darkspawn weaken here in Orzammar, they are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the deep roads, lest the Darkspawn threaten all the world. You know of our dedication to destroying the Darkspawn, our frontline presence during a blight. What else would you need? Over the centuries, many dwarves have made names for themselves in our order. These days, however, there are fewer dwarves, and thus even fewer Dwarven Grey Wardens. A pity, since Dwarven warriors have the most experience fighting Darkspawn. Then it is a good thing that you have other paths before you. Some are not so lucky. I wish you luck in the deep roads tomorrow. Show the Darkspawn the might of your people.
May House Eduken grow in strength and power.
Good day. I am at your service.
My lord. My lord.
Well played with young Brinton.
I am at your...
My king, please reconsider. Trade contracts alone could bring great prosperity to our houses.
Will we really turn our back on our brothers and a potential fortune in cheap labor because of a political technicality?
Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. There is more to life than monetary gains, my lords Bimo and Michael. The Assembly of Kal Sharok will respect the rule of Orzammar, or they will rot and die alone, surrounded by enemies.
Yes, my king.
But look, we have company to spare us further wrangling. Atrast Vala, my son. How fine you look in your great-grandfather's armor. I hear you were declared champion of the Provings. I suppose you were never one to sit by when something exciting was going on. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses? These rituals have their place. It behooves you to get to know the nobles and let them know you. Lords, ladies,
Grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the Paragon Aeducan. Who would pose a question to the prospective commander? Who seeks to know the prospect better?
I have a question. I seek to know the prospect better.
Lord Dace, head of House Dace, speak.
Lords, ladies, my question concerns the plight of our wayward kin, the so-called service caste. What does the Commander Prospect think is the proper place for these lost souls?
Are you satisfied, Lord Dace? Do you feel you have learned something about the prospect?
Yes, my king.
Then if there are no other challenges, I give you Orzamar's next commander. Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massing on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us, my friends. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms. Don't question everything. Just go for the ancestors' sake.
I suppose you're proud of yourself. I was warned you had a clever turn of mind. Next time, perhaps, we shall scheme together. If you'll excuse me, my lord.
May the ancestors grant us victory against the Darkspawn.
If it isn't our newest commander, congratulations, Your Highness.
Your father is very proud of you. Congratulations.
So you are a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our King Father?
Interesting. I would have been at the feast, but Trian had need of me.
The world does not stop and start with your meager achievements. Not even tonight. Now, do you have some purpose in bothering us? You push your luck. Balin, get to bed. We have a big day tomorrow. I will see what our father wishes from his heir.
All day I've put up with that. He can really grate on the nerves. Well, time is something you may not have much of left. Unfortunately, I am. Trian has begun to move against you. I never thought his much proclaimed honor would allow him to actually act on his jealousy. Big brother, Trian is going to try to kill you. He fears what you are becoming in the eyes of the people and the Assembly. Trian's the named prince, but only the Assembly can proclaim a king. It would be unusual for the Assembly to ignore the king's choice, but it does happen.
The founder of House Bimo became a paragon and king in one move from the Assembly. He was a commoner.
That was an extraordinary case, but at least a half-dozen times the Assembly named a lesser family member, or even someone from another house, as king. Usually, it's the popular younger brother of an undesirable prince. Look at it from his perspective. You're more personable than he's ever been. You entered the provings held in your own honor just for glory and to please the crowds. If you win glory against the Darkspawn tomorrow, it will only strengthen the case for you as the next heir. Trian Veer's father will replace him on the spot. If not, the Assembly will surely turn against him when father dies. You know his pride will never allow him to step aside. It seems Trian has shown that brothers can't always be trusted. I am next in line. If Trian succeeds in his plot against you, how long do you think I'll live?
Permission to speak freely? Trian would make a terrible king, but no one wants to say it. He has just enough backing in the Assembly to make it ugly when your father dies, but not enough to become king. Killing him now makes your house stronger and saves a great deal of bloodshed later.
I'm afraid I must agree with you. Tomorrow's battle is the time to do it. I'll find out the rendezvous and buy you the time to do what must be done. I'm taking your place as father's second, so I'll be at hand tomorrow. For now, try to get some sleep.
Let's go. You don't want to keep those lovely ladies waiting.
Trian and his men will clear the way for the Grey Wardens to descend into the easternmost caverns. Those caverns are still infested by the worst of the Darkspawn. We cannot risk our own troops in there.
Understood, Lord Harrowmont. We should be able to sense the Darkspawn and avoid them once the way is open.
May the Paragons favor you, and the stone catch you if you fall.
Come then! Glory awaits!
Balin, you and your men will second the king, clearing the main road.
Don't you think it looks a little cowardly to allow these humans to take our place where the fighting is thickest?
Are you questioning the battle plan?
Of course not. I'm sure your caution is for the glory of us all.
Enough, Balin. Take your men and make ready. Harrowmont and I need to have words with your sibling.
Good luck, my brother.
Your father has a special mission for you.
In the eastern deep roads, there is a secret door carved into the stone.
The door leads to a tide, abandoned long ago by your ancestors. The Darkspawn have made it impossible to reach it.
My father believed that the shield of the Paragon Aeducan remains in that tide, under the stones in the central room. We claim the shield, and glory will be yours. My father's writings speak only of the shield. There may be countless other treasures, but only the shield matters.
We sent 2 scouts ahead to make sure the tunnels are clear. But be careful. One of the scouts will meet you at the first crossroads you come to. The second will be further in. When you get to the door, use your signet ring to open. Questions? The crossroads where you meet the first scout will be the rendezvous point. There you can present the shield to the lords and demonstrate the strength of Aeducan.
May the ancestors watch over you, my child.